Your rooms aren't ready. The walls are bare, the paint is still drying. But the truth is, if you wait until opening day to start selling, you're already behind. Because the hotels that launch fully booked, they start selling long before the first guest ever checks in. You've poured months, maybe years, into your renovation. You're knee deep in design decisions, vendor calls, and budgets, spreadsheets. You tell yourself, once it's done, I'll focus on marketing. But by the time the furniture arrives, you've already lost months of momentum. And worse, you've got no bookings on the calendar, no buzz in the market, and a long road to recoup your renovation costs. That's the mistake most boutique hotel owners make. They wait for the physical reveal to start selling instead of building a digital experience that guests get excited about now. Let's talk about why that's a problem. When you don't pre-sell during a remodel, two things happen. One, your opening calendar stays empty because no one knows what's actually coming. And then two, your cash flow dries up just when you need it most. And I get it, you don't want to show half finished rooms or scaffolding, but pre-selling isn't about pretending to be open. It's about helping guests see the promise before the reveal. Here's what smart hotels do. They built a pre-opening playbook. This playbook turns your remodel into a marketing opportunity. It's a digital preview that builds anticipation, collects leads, and even accepts deposits before your first room is ready. Let me break down what that looks like. Step one, create a virtual walkaround. You don't need the final photo shoot. You need a vision, experience. Use your renderings, mood boards, and even early 3D scans to create a virtual walkthrough that shows the vibe. Highlight what makes your property special. The courtyard that you're restoring, the art-filled lounge, the ocean views, the sense of intimacy. Guests aren't buying drywall. They're buying the feeling you're creating. And with tools like Matterport, you can take them on a tour. That makes them say, oh, I can already see myself there. Step two, you want to build key lead magnets. You're not just showing off the remodel, you're collecting demand. Here are 3 types of lead magnets that work beautifully for pre-opening marketing. A digital brochure, a downloadable PDF that shows what's coming, rooms, amenities, the story and estimated opening date. Think about it like a wedding invitation to your hotel's grand reveal, an event or a wedding guide perfect for planners who want to secure early space for next season. Include capacity charts, layout mockups, and sample menus, even if final photos aren't ready. And then 3, the first to know waitlist, a simple landing page that says, be among the first to stay when we open, limited early edition access available. It's clean, elegant, and incredibly effective to build an early audience. Step 3, automate your interest funnel. Here's where most people stop. They collect names but never nurture them. Don't do that. Set up a simple automation that sends a thank you email with the brochure, then follows up with remodel updates, local stories, and sneak peeks. Make it conversational. Think behind the scenes, not like corporate announcement. You're not just selling rooms, you're building a relationship before guests ever arrive. And by the way, that's powerful brand equity. Step 4, pre-sell event packages. Now, even if rooms aren't finished, your vision for weddings, retreats, or corporate groups can still sell. Create an event inquiry page that includes your estimated open date, renderings of event spaces, a call to action that lets guests hold a date with a small refundable deposit. That small commitment changes everything. Now you're not chasing interest, you're managing demand. Step 5, track your KPIs. Treat your pre-opening like a campaign, not a waiting period. Set goals for your email list size, your future guest base, right? Inquiry volume, how much interest your visuals generate. Deposit rate, how many people are serious enough to commit. You'll be amazed at how much faster your bookings ramp up post-launch when you've already nurtured a warm audience. Now, let's talk about the benefits. When you pre-sell during a remodel, three things happen. You create cash flow while construction continues. Deposits and early bookings become a form of bridge financing. You launch with PR momentum, your story becomes the most anticipated opening of the year, not the new place that quietly opened. You build community buy-in. Local businesses, vendors, and influencers start talking about your brand before opening day. That's what I mean when I say be the hotel that launches with a full calendar. Let me give you a quick reality check. The hotels that wait until they're picture perfect before promoting themselves, they spend their first 6 months scrambling for bookings. The hotels that market during the remodel, they open to a flood of inquiries, press, and early guests who already feel emotionally connected to the story. And that emotional connection is what keeps them coming back. So here's what I want you to take away. You don't have to wait until the ribbon cutting to build excitement. You can sell the experience while you're still creating it. Because guests don't fall in love with drywall or decor. They fall in love with the promise of the stay. So let's recap. Your pre-opening playbook, right? Create a virtual walk-around. Let guests visualize the finished space. Offer 3 lead magnets, brochures, event guides, and a first-to-know list. Automate your follow-up. Turn curiosity into connection. Pre-sell event packages. Collect deposits and hold dates now. Track your KPIs. Measure momentum, so not just construction progress. Here's the truth. You can start collecting bookings and deposits while the paint is still drying. You just need the right digital tools and a clear message that invites guests into your story. Because when your doors open, you shouldn't be crossing your fingers for guests. You should be welcoming the ones who've been waiting months to check in. If you're serious about building a hotel brand that guests remember, rave about, and return to, it starts with an honest look at your current positioning. Click the link below, complete a short questionnaire, and see if you qualify for a deep dive call. We'll walk through your current brand, identify where you're losing potential bookings, and map out how to build a brand that sells itself before you even open your doors. Your story doesn't start at the grand opening, it starts now. All right, I'll see you inside that deep dive call or in the next episode.